Stick talk. 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 Stick talk.
And
Hockey.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 15 of Stick Talk Hockey. I'm your host, Tiko Raspy, and this is my co-host.
I'm yours truly.
And big week this week.
My God.
We're here to talk about everything that's going on. There were some trades this week. We had some clips this week and injury talk. All of that. That stuff kind of sucked, but that's okay.
There was a lot of it.
Yeah, there was.
The sports section is extra thick this week.
It is. We're going to start off with the big one, which is Ryan O'Reilly going to the Six.
Honestly, not super shocking. It's been rumored for a while.
Mm-hmm.
The Leafs were going to do something. We mentioned it on the last pod. We thought that Dubas had to do something.
Yeah.
And here it is.
So the Leafs acquire Ryan O'Reilly and Noel Acciari in exchange for Adam Gaudette, Mikhail Abramov, a 2023 first-round pick, a 2023 third-round pick, and their 2024 second-round pick. In this deal, Minnesota got involved to retain 25%. They got a fourth in return, and St. Louis retains 50%. So 75% of that is retained to make that fit.
This looks like everyone wins.
Truly.
We always do this who wins, who loses thing. I don't think there's someone who's going to lose in this.
No, not at all. I mean, Minnesota, using their cap space as an asset and taking on some cap hit till the end of the year to get a free pick out of it. The Blues get another first-round pick. They now have 3 in this crazy 2023 draft and still players they might be selling. That's nasty for them.
Yeah, they're turning that rebuild into a retool really, really fast.
Really quick. And then the Leafs, I mean, Acciari's a good piece. We'll see how he works out. And Ryan O'Reilly, I mean, I know he hasn't had a season that a lot of people would be excited about, but this is a guy that won a Conn Smythe just a couple years ago.
He's a veteran presence. At the end of the day, you need those guys in the locker room, and he's just a clutch dude to have at center.
Absolutely.
His face-off percentage is nuts. His first game with the Leafs, he had 12 out of 14 draws.
Yeah, that's what you like to see.
Yeah, nuts.
Yeah, I mean, just having a guy that can play those matchup minutes against top lines on your third line and leave Tavares and Matthews to go to work up top, I mean, could be huge.
It's massive. Also, the Leafs have been utilizing him in a second line role and moving Tavares to the wing, which is nasty when you factor the fact that O'Reilly has his puck on a string.
Yeah.
He has an assist in his first game with him. So you want to talk about an impact? There's one. Yeah,
I mean, it's exciting for the Leafs. It addresses a lot of things in one go. I mean, it addresses the lack of depth that they had. And I mean, honestly, it bolsters their defense a little bit because he plays so strong at both ends of the ice.
Absolutely. And I got to say, I love Acciari.
Yeah, I like Acciari as well. I think that's a good ad as well.
That's a player I've been watching since he was in Florida.
Yeah.
Incredible asset. He just has all the tangibles. He's not a big flash guy. He's not going to net you 30 in a season, but he's always going to be there giving his all.
Yeah, man.
That's the type of dude I'd love to have on my team.
100%.
Just great character. I think he has the fight that a lot of the Leafs, I was criticizing them for lacking.
Okay. That's fair.
They were lacking that little bit of grit in the board battles, that little bit of extra,
Yeah.
That grit.
O'Reilly brings that too.
Yep. They have that grit. They have the physical presence. They understand how to box out and play the body. And they're making the lanes open up already. So
Leafs are scary.
That's exciting. And I saw a lot of Leafs fans being like, no, we can't be giving up this many picks. No. Guys, your window's now.
Well, yeah, I mean, and Dubas said that just a couple months ago. I think he basically said we're not giving up our first round picks for rental assets. And it's like at a certain point though, your window's now.
Yeah, you have to.
You gotta go all in at some point.
Yeah, you've been playing cat and mouse with the cap for way too long. It's gonna bite you eventually. Yeah. We've seen it happen already with Vegas. You don't want
to every team.
Yeah, and you don't want to go down a road where you woulda, shoulda, coulda, and now you're just looking at selling off a bunch of assets and mucking about.
It's the way this league is structured with a hard cap. It's structured so that if you build yourself a contender, you only do for a couple years.
Yeah, absolutely. It keeps it interesting. That's the whole purpose.
Exactly. When it's open, send it.
Absolutely.
Fuck that first round pick.
Doesn't matter.
It does not matter.
Right now? Mm-mm.
No, especially with Matthews going into a contract year pretty quick.
Yeah, and let's be real. Look at all of the depth, all of the huge players you have. You miss this window, you're moving all of them, and you're recapturing everything you gave up here, and maybe then some anyways. So whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you're not in a situation like the Wild, per se, where if they lose one of those major players, they're bones still, because they still have so much cap being eaten up that free agency isn't an option.
Yeah. So the East is an arms race. We're starting to see it unfold now. I'm interested to see what Boston does. I'm interested to see what, the Rangers have made their big splash, which, they made another move this week as well with Tyler Mott coming back for Julien Gauthier and a conditional 7th. So, yeah, the arms race is in full effect.
It's heating up.
Yeah.
Makes me nervous as a Devils fan.
I bet it does.
Hope they do something.
Yeah.
Devils are usually conservative on the trade deadlines. They're not usually the ones to be buying too heavily.
Big buyers, yeah.
If anything, they're an off-season buyer. They like to just ride in confident all year, thinking they have it.
Mm-hmm.
It's do or die.
There's something to be said for that as well. I do think it depends on the group you have in your room, obviously. But there's something to be said about getting to the deadline and you're a team that's in a good position and not buying and saying and that kind of says to your group that we believe in you,
Absolutely, but I think
which can work.
It can work, but you also have to be realistic, and I think at that point you have to do a temperature check on the room.
Yeah, of course.
You have to check in with your top 6 and be like, hey, what do you think? Do you think we can win? Or when you sit on the bench, do you get nervous? Because if you get nervous when you're taking a break, I need to go do something.
Yeah.
Because you don't want your first 2 lines to feel like they have to be in God mode every single shift in the playoffs.
Right.
They have enough pressure as it is already, and we saw what it looked like when you had only 2 lines to go God mode with the Rangers 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And everyone was on Panarin for not doing enough, and it's like, it's not his fault.
No.
He's playing out there 20 minutes a night with the weight of the world on his shoulders.
Yeah.
And he's not getting the looks because he's got a target on him.
Yeah, of course.
They're not giving him the space. So of course not. You need that third line to rattle it up and make the movement.
Yeah. I agree. All right, well, moving on here, I want to talk about Thatcher Demko's injury because this ties back a little bit into the Ryan O'Reilly stuff. He had another setback in practice, and we don't know if it's going to be super long term or what. But I'm wondering. First of all, obviously that's kind of ideal for the Canucks tank, but I'm wondering if he goes back on LTIR because Tanner Pearson they just put on LTIR along with Ilya Mikheyev, which has opened quite a bit of cap space for the Canucks. I'm wondering if they go for a Minnesota type thing here and start weaponizing that cap space.
It would make sense.
It's probably what they should do.
If you're not doing anything, you may as well.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of teams that are tight for cap and would be willing to do something to shed it.
If you are opening, you have 4, 7. If you put Demko on LTIR, you have almost $10 million in LTIR there.
There's a lot to do with 10 mil.
There's a lot you can do at the deadline there with that.
Oh, for sure.
In terms of facilitating trades for some of these big dogs out here, these Timos and these Erics and all of that.
Yeah, even Chychrun.
Yeah.
Chychrun's a big contract. I could see them holding on to a little bit to make something happen down at Boston, who's very tight with cap space.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's too crazy to speculate on anyways.
I'm starting to feel a little cold on Chychrun.
I am too. I have the same feelings on Chychrun that I've had on Kane and Taze for a long time, where it's been talked about for so long that I don't think it's ever going to happen. And by the time it does happen, it'll be so late no one cares.
Yeah, the return will be little, and it won't be the excitement that we've been waiting for.
Yeah, it'll be a Puljujarvi situation all over again.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's like any team that would go in on him, it's like, why would we? We can just sign him in the offseason.
Yeah. You mentioned Tays. That's a tough one this week.
That is a tough one. I really hope he gets better, man.
Yeah, me too.
That's a player who's been just having bad break after bad break ever since COVID started. Even before it, he was having shoulder issues, was it?
Yeah.
And then boom, COVID.
Long COVID. He put out a statement talking about it, and yeah, that's really tough to see. It looks like it's pretty clear now he's not getting moved at the deadline if he even plays this year. We hate to see it.
Yeah. I hope he gets better. Like, health is always first. We always say that. We always just want the players to be healthy, happy with their families. So
yeah, of course.
That sucks. That really sucks. And you know what? Maybe he is destined just to retire a Blackhawk.
Maybe.
He deserves a statue. Dustin Brown has one.
Yeah, fair enough.
Why not?
Okay. Moving on. We had some fun stuff going on in Calgary this week. Huberdeau has been, Sutter's been, the Flames have been awful. And Alan Walsh, the agent for Jonathan Huberdeau and a lot of other players in the league, who's known for letting it air out on Twitter, took back to Twitter this week to say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Also, negativity sucks the joy right out of players. CC at the NHL Flames.
There's no subs.
Ain't no subtweeting there.
Nope.
No, he put the at right up front.
I'm talking about you.
I'm talking to you. Yeah.
Yikes.
It's tough in Calgary right now.
Yeah, you know what? I hate to say it. I do agree with the statement.
Yeah.
I hate this statement though. I hate this from an agent in the middle of a season when your team's struggling for a playoff spot. Unless you're about to go and ask for a trade, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, dude, you just got your guy a $80 million contract that you're probably taking 5% of. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Like, mind your own goddamn business right now.
Yeah. I mean, like,
you did your job.
Especially because, like, yeah, the Flames haven't been very good at all. Well, actually, from what I've watched of the Calgary Flames this year, I shouldn't say that. Like, I don't actually think that they've been a terrible team at all. They still play good hockey, and they have a lot of great pieces. They're not finding the way to win. And that sucks. But I mean, Huberdeau is also underperforming. It's kind of your guy here.
Yeah, I mean, you also take a look at just how the Flames rebuilt themselves.
Yeah.
And they don't really have the type of scoring that you would expect from a top contender. Like, you take a look at the plus-minus differential for the teams in games, and they're only +4.
Yeah.
The leading team in their conference is +23 with Edmonton. Seattle +19, Vegas +27. Can we go to the East Coast really quick? Because like that really like kind of summates it more. Yeah, take a look at the East. Carolina +41, New Jersey +46, the Rangers +39, Boston +92. Like you need that scoring.
This to me is a little bit of a different conversation though. Like to me, like also just the fact in the East, like a team like New Jersey is what? They'd be 4th in their conference, and yet they'd probably be leading the West.
Yeah.
Like I think that's it. The teams in the East that are bad are so god awful that they're just getting stomped by the top dogs. Whereas the West, like there's just not as much separation between the good teams and the bad teams.
That's true. That is true. I mean, you guys have some pretty shit teams too. You have Anaheim
definitely. But
-96. Holy hell.
Dude, Anaheim is they're really good at tanking, honestly.
My God. The bottom 4 teams in the West account for 200 goals against in differential.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
That's horrifying.
Yeah. Hey, Vancouver's right there, man. We're coming for Bedard.
I hope you do. I hope
we're only We're only 7 points ahead of Anaheim.
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
Yeah. I mean, hey, when you lose spectacular.
That's right, baby. That's what we do.
I don't know. Like, first of all, not your place. Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
It's super unnecessary, especially when you have 20 games left in the season, pretty much. Like, and they're in third. It's not like they're at the bottom of the West. If it was the bottom of the West, okay, yeah, maybe. I could see that.
Yeah.
Especially if the talks were, hey, we're signing here to contend and we're signing here to win.
Right.
I can understand that you may have an issue with the way it's being run and the coaching, but that's a conversation for after the season. Any change that you make happen right now is not going to affect the course of this season.
Yeah. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I don't know why Alan Walsh does this stuff. Like, it's funny, but like, I think back to the big one, right? Was when he posted Fleury getting stabbed in the back. And like,
I like that one.
Yeah, but like, even then, did that work out well at all? No. Fleury left 2 months later and they didn't win a cup. Like, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, as a player, maybe sure you like an agent that's going to go to bat for you. But this just doesn't seem helpful.
No, I don't want an agent that's going to create a distraction that I have to speak for before a game. Like, that's annoying. I don't want my phone blowing up at 9 a.m. before I have to go in for like a team practice.
Yeah, and have to do a media availability. That's what he was saying, right?
And look like that guy. Look like it came from you. And it's like, I was just chilling.
Yeah.
I just said I kind of don't like the coach right now. That's all I said.
I do feel like, though, he said that it didn't come from him at all. It came from the agent. I feel like he had to have had something to say about it.
Whatever. BS. They had a conversation. He definitely checked the temperature. He was like, how's it going down there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate it here. Good.
Yeah, you're in the butthole of Canada. I don't know what to tell you. It's cold all the time, and in the summer, there's mosquitoes the size of your fist.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to some extensions here, eh?
Yeah. Let's.
Mikey Anderson out in LA got an 8-year extension, 4.125 per. Some NTC on the back, 5 years of it. Yeah. And good gamble, long contract, young player. I like it.
I like it. This is the type of contract that you need to do right now. We were talking about it last week.
No more bridges in LA.
No, please, baby, no more bridges in LA. Yeah, absolutely. I like this signing. I like the direction that LA's heading. They extended Copley. They're giving him a chance to prove himself as well. So they're already looking like they're planning for next year at least.
Absolutely. I mean, you have a young team here, and you have some young players that are still, well, I mean, the next wave of Kings teams is going to be a young team. I mean, you still obviously have Kopitar, you still have Doughty and things like that, but you got to start planning for cap security long term. So locking guys up like that now at manageable cap hits, that's the way.
Doughty's still playing well too. He has over 30 assists this season. He's clicking off.
Yeah.
He's still looking like Drew Doughty. He's not looking like PK Subban's career arc.
Yeah.
Like we're looking good down there as far as we're concerned. So I don't really have any complaints about the way that they're going about this right now. It's clear that they went from a rebuild to a retool, and they're probably just going to usher out their veteran players as the young players they have come up, and it's going to work out pretty perfectly.
Could work for them.
Much like how the Devils have had a lot of their younger players ushered in, and it just seems like they fit perfectly into the roster. It's like, well, the contracts and retirements just fell into place like that.
Yeah, exactly. Olli Maatta also signed a new deal in Detroit. That's going to be 2 years, $3 million per. No NTCs, no movement clauses on that, anything like that. And I think that's a good contract for Detroit as well.
I like it. It's a veteran D guy.
Yeah.
A classic meat and potatoes sort of hockey guy. He'll play the system exactly how Stevie wants it.
And he plays so well with the kids. Like, they have so many high-end defensive prospects right now. That's a perfect guy to put on a line with one of your prospects and let the kid run. Go do your thing, because Maatta's a guy that's going to be steady, strong behind you, you know?
Yep, absolutely. He'll stand up for you. He'll protect you where you need to.
Yeah.
And I think more than anything, which is so underspoken, especially in this day and age, is that I've never heard anything bad about Olimata. He is so loved in every locker room he's been in. Like,
locker room guy for sure.
He is a huge locker room guy. And when you have young kids coming into the league and they're nervous as shit, that's the type of guy you want.
You want those guys for sure.
Yeah, if you look over and your D partner is also your best friend on the team, awesome. That's sick.
Yeah.
It's like Jack Hughes moved in with Corey Schneider and his family for the first year of his contract. And it's like he had a family away from his family.
Right.
And he always felt at home. It's sick. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, that's the type of shit you need.
Reminds me of Quinn Hughes and Tanev, honestly. That was they clearly had a really good relationship off the ice. And then, of course, Jim Benning said, we don't need that.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
It's a business.
It's a business.
Uh,
But hey now though, they needed that money for Virtanen. Okay.
I actually wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
Jake Virtanen. Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah, they re-signed him that season that they left Tanev walk.
Do you think that the Demko injury is another sign of lack of awareness from the Canucks medical staff or training staff, or do you think that's one of those shit happens, probably came back too soon sort of things?
Well, he never even got back.
Well, he was in practice, wasn't he?
He was in practice, and I really don't think that there's anything buggy there. Like, especially in the goaltending department, anything around Ian Clark, I trust that guy. He was definitely going to be coming back, right? They sent Spencer Martin down to the minors. And this was after, by the way, like they didn't rush him back in the first place. Like he's been out way longer than it was originally stated. I think it was supposed to be 6 weeks or something like that. It's been 2.5 months, so longer. So and I think this team knows, okay, it's tank season. We don't need to rush Demko back in. So then they got him practicing and stuff again. And yeah, I truly think he maybe just tweaked something, and I think if anything they're being overly cautious.
Fair enough.
Like I think if they were really going for something still and being the Canucks we know and hate, they would have made him play anyways.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Understood.
Speaking of some injuries and people being out, we also got Barzal. Yeah.
And there goes that New York trade.
Yeah, that's really, really tough.
Sell.
Yeah, so he's out week to week / indefinitely, depending on who you ask. Yeah, that's not good.
No.
There goes there. Yeah, now that trade looks really bad for the Islanders.
Yeah, because if they were trying to make a window out of what team they had,
it's not coming this year.
Question marks.
I mean, thankfully they got Bo re-signed, so it's not like he's just a rental, because then that would have been god awful.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, even then though, you're looking at this team and it's like, wow.
You look at the odds now on where the Islanders are going to pick, and the most likely thing is that it's going to be 12th, which means they would keep that pick rather than giving it to Vancouver. So it's likely going to roll over to 2024.
Good gamble.
And yeah, with the age of this team and the fact that like they very much remind me of the Canucks last year, where it's like this team is really god awful at times, being propped up by an amazing goalie. And knowing what we know about goaltenders, amazing goalies have bad seasons. We've seen it with Thatcher Demko. We've seen it with Connor Hellebuck. We've seen it with Saros. We've seen it with almost every goalie in the league. Really quickly, that could be a bottom 5 pick next year.
Yeah, and I don't see this team going out and doing anything reckless or daring like Seattle did in the offseason and being like, we need to make this team marketable now.
Yeah.
Because that was Seattle's issue. Was that they weren't doing as good as they thought they would in that market just off the hype itself. Yeah. They had to actually ice a good team.
Well, in Seattle used some progressive techniques and some creative thinking to make this a good team this year. Lou Lamoriello is the opposite of all of that.
Bingo.
He's just it's conventional through and through, and that's not going to save this Islanders team.
No, absolutely not. And you think about the fact that a lot of these players aren't even UFAs at the end of the year. And even then, they'll probably get re-signed because they're the old type of meat and potatoes players that Lou likes anyways.
Mm-hmm.
They're all the players that he had on the Devils. They're all the players that he was scouting back on the Devils.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's just doing whatever the hell he wants anyways. He's still living in 2012.
It's crazy. All right, let's go into some clips. First one was on the NHL this week, so it was shared around quite a bit. We almost had a goalie fight. John Gibson and Copley almost got into it. Let's run it.
But you need to get involved in the altercation. He didn't get involved in the altercation. He stopped at center ice. Really good awareness by the official when they saw him coming out, because as much as everybody loves a goaltender fight, it's not good for the game. And there was really great awareness by, I believe, Derek Nansen coming out there pushing Gibson back.
Man, Copley was on site there.
As much as you want to see a goaltender fight, you can't have it. It's not good for the game. Shut the fuck up.
Shut up, pal. Shut up.
I don't care how much Bettman's paying you. Shove it in your ass. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You're ruining the game.
Yeah.
You and Sportsnet and Bettman and all of your cheap ass polishing of a gritty fucking good game.
Yeah. It's definitely not the distracting board ads that glitch 24/7 or the ridiculous gambling being shoved down my throat all day, every day. It's definitely goalie fights that are bad for the game.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, keep giving me the over-under on every fucking timeout.
Yeah.
I need awesome. That. Give me all of the odds and stats like a complete degenerate so that I can sneak into my bedroom and put half of my mortgage onto it under my wife's nose. Would have been a good fight.
Yeah, it would have been.
He's
thrown the gloves a couple times, or thrown some hands down in the minors and stuff like that. I wish we got it.
Copley Binnington? Maybe one day.
That's what we need.
I hope so.
That's what we need right there.
I really hope so.
Yeah.
Because Binnington wouldn't listen either. He'd just steamroll down there.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah,
or he'd just pretend he doesn't see him and hide away, because that's how Binnington really is.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. I would love to see that tussle though.
Yeah,
I hate this shit, though. It's like, God, why?
Yeah.
Let them.
If you're gonna let the players fight, you gotta let the goalies fight.
Yeah, and I mean, at that, I'm so sick of the NHL and Sportsnet always panning away from fights and rush it after the whistle.
Yeah.
Like there's a scuffle going on right beside the net, and then they just pan to some kid in the crowd holding a sign. It's like, I don't care.
It's clearly intentional. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you're watering down the game. You ask why you don't get good views and why you don't get good ratings and why your viewership and your fans are down. This is why.
Yeah.
Do you know why people came? Yeah. Do you know why people came to hockey in the 90s? Why it was taking over by storm? Why you had the NBA shitting themselves? It's because it was different and exciting.
Yeah.
I can watch better entertainment at an NBA game sometimes because of how poorly you water it down. Right. At least the NBA lets us see the player fights.
Yeah, 100%.
And they're chucking bombs.
They can be.
Yeah, I've seen some haymakers get chucked out.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, they aren't muting it. They aren't turning away.
Yeah.
Stop ruining a good game.
Yeah.
Let the players fight. Let's go.
All right. Moving on to the next one. We got a yard sale here.
Oh, what am I looking at?
Yeah, I can see it in her eyes. Things have been the same in a long time. Been a long time. Good things always die.
Oh no!
And then you get scored on.
Good God.
Yeah. Your own team. It's your own team.
That hurts.
Wait, run that one more time. Get scored on right after, too. That's so painful. No.
My favorite part is the D-man stick skittering through the crease after, too.
Yeah, none of you guys are playing another second tonight. Stapled to the bench.
That's amazing. Holy Christ.
All right, one more today. This goalie, he's just a little bit lost, and hey, we've all been there.
Dude, what are you doing?
He's like, oh shit. How are you that unaware?
I'd be so upset.
Dude.
I'd be yelling.
I have like, hey man, I play goal. We've all had those moments where like the puck's been in the other end for a while and you're just kind of like and then it's a little bit too close to your end before you're like, oh shit, yeah, okay, I'm ready. This guy took that real far. And how did they not score?
Dude, hit the net.
How did they not score?
Hit the net.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
That's brutal. I mean, shoot him some bail. He was thirsty.
Yeah. yeah.
It's
We'll
hard
shoot
work
him some
being a
bail for
goalie.
that one.
It's hard. It's hard out there.
Yeah.
My God. I've cussed up my goalie for much less.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Yikes.
Well, those were fun.
Love that.
That's all we got for this week. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Feel free to send us your clips on Instagram, on TikTok, wherever you feel like sending them. We'll play them here on the pod. And don't forget, March 3rd, we're doing a live podcast here on Trade Deadline Day. We'll be live on YouTube. We'll be live on TikTok for 2.5 hours. The episode will be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Tune in. Make sure to stop by.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're at work or not, just put it on for background noise. Throw it in for all the auxiliary. We'll keep you up to date. We'll have some jokes.
Yep.
All the good stuff. Some hot takes from some hot bozos.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Thanks again. Have a good week. Keep your head up.
Keep your head up. Boom.
Stick talk. Stick talk. Stick talk. Stick talk. Stick talk.